Hey, 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 my weed. Hey, yo, hey. How y'all doing? Welcome back to the wheat field. Welcome back, welcome back. It is the wee hours, the wee hours. It could be very early or very late or maybe midday, but not really for sure where the sun is or where the sun is where you're at in location, but it's still pretty dark over here where I am in this now. I just wanted to come online because I'm up. I'm up and I'm in prayer. And I'm in thought and in conversation in the spirit. And I am in reflection, in retrospect, in a place of self discovery. And thinking about the messages that the Spirit has revealed onto me over the course of the last couple of days. The last week, really. So, for anybody that's into IT or software development or project management or anything like that, supply chain management, you know that things are linked together. Like creation itself is like supply chain management. If you look at the body, healthcare people probably get the same thing. They can get this analogy that the systems within systems of the body operate in such a fact way that they affect each other and supposedly for the highest good, right? And it has to process things from the environment and keep it safe and running and flourishing and maturing to its highest height. And then, we start to decline from there. You know the natural cycle of things. Um, and I was thinking on the portion of having things from the environment introduced to you that actually make you better, right? So we are talking about pollutants and things like that, especially if you can think about pollutants to the body, people who uh, get sick from something and then they build up an immunity. And when they have a child, if they breastfeed that child, then they pass that immunity, those antibodies over to the baby. So now the baby is protected, right? And that system of protection is built into nature. And how you experiencing an adverse event fortifies you in such a way that you pass that protection down to the generations. Now, I believe that's designed to be a good thing. But what happens when we pass down protections that are not necessarily the ones that are built off of what? A, a need to survive, and then they smother and create suffering. Right? Like protections that smother your voice or diminish your voice and say you can't speak or you shouldn't speak or you have to behave in a certain way and you need to diminish yourself and reduce your visibility to keep you safe. Right? We do that. Um, how we develop relationships, you know, and how we teach that to women, like not having a voice. Your voice is not heard, and you are to be uh, so mindful that you don't have the ability to express your true need. I too have experienced that type of thing. I mean, like every other woman. I mean, we've been taught it. That's how we've been reared. And when you step out away from that, then you're away from what is considered the norm, and you can be ostracized and rejected and put away, and you know, categorized as something that you're not. You know, uh, again, in my prayer for what prompted me to come on and share with you all this, and feeling that whole spread we did earlier, we had this card here in terms of showing the world the real you. It's difficult to show the world the real you when you don't have a voice. You know, being in a relationship and marriage, and you are not allowed to have a voice. Your voice is filtered through the words and thoughts of another. Like you lean all of your essence through another. You exalt another to a point where they are in the place of the Most High. And I did that. I exalted my husband into a spot where the Most High should have been sitting. And when my husband betrayed me, we betrayed each other. I believe he feels that I betrayed him, and I believe that I know that he betrayed me. And the thing is that the betrayal that he saw in me was me expressing my need, my want and desire to fulfill my role as a wife, to have some dominion in my space, to be equally respected as a partner that not only provides financially, have financially, as a full woman and wife, partner in forward-facing to company meetings and gatherings, a mother to children, tutor, cook, and chef, as well as intimate in meeting your needs as requested. And when we step forward and ask for our needs to be met, the things that bring us joy, like beautifying my space, because that's what gives me joy, I'm met with resistance and control. And I had to come to a scenario where I walked away from everything because it was taking my light. Not only did it take my light, but when you can treat a beloved that you love in such a fashion, and it becomes what we spoke on earlier today, when you speak on the real you, like when we talk about here, in this here, what we have going on. Because see, brothers and sisters, we all come out of the same lot, right? We all are managing with the same remnants, right? We all are, whether it was the remnants of conditions from hundreds of years ago, or it was remnants of conditions from the track since then. Okay, having the inability to generate wealth, and every time you get on a pathway to stability and wealth, having it stamped out and systematically prevented, right? The laws put in place to stop you from generating, targeting your communities and drowning you out, literally placing lakes over your communities, keeping you from being a party to the market share that is creating billions in states in this day, like California, in Colorado, and Utah, and New York, where this industry has criminalized you, my brother, and you are locked up and you are hurting. But we are not your enemy. We are hurting too, brother. We are not your enemy. We are strained. Our relationships are strained. And it's strained because we have been separated. We are intentionally and strategically separated. And we got to get past this. Because when we do, the power that is held, baby, is cosmic. It will help us get back to here. But we got some serious denial going on. Like we don't need each other. We do. How are you being called up to step up and lead? How? Let's get into this text, because this is what we were praying on. We come from the same lot, most of us. In this here field, okay, the wheat field, the strain on the working relationship, us working together, my brothers, my kings and queens, the strain on their working relationship, they would probably find it difficult because they could not be real. My kings can't be real for their real self, strong yet vulnerable, letting their heart show along with everything else, their fortitude, right? Without, because you're in danger and things are coming at you all the time. You don't know who real and who for you. You don't know if this chick is real, if they loyal. You know, everybody is just chaos. Folks can't see. And we ain't giving people enough time to let it develop. Everything is looking at the aesthetic. And the value is not placed on the character currency. People find it difficult because they cannot be real, authentic. For to be so, to be real, for to be so, could conceivably lead to confrontation. Just to be real could lead to confrontation. People so used to being wrapped up in the bullshit, my wheat, that it causes confrontation just to be real. When I say real to my love, my beloved, I loved that man. When I say struggle loved it out with him, yeah. Thought we was gonna handle everything. And he dropped me like I was told me that everything that I use my intellect to help free him, the half that I'm making for us, and putting everything that I earned to give that support and partnership for the life that we realize, materialize in everything that I provide and nourishment means nothing. How do you think that makes your wife feel less valuable? Help me. What? Okay. Thus, the above situation would be a violation of the old rules and laws and protocols, and it does lead to an unworkable situation. Your help me, my brothers, is not only to just submit to your personal will. It's not. That's not a help me, my brothers. A help me is designed to help push you to your highest good. I have a walk, an Eve walk. You have an Adam walk. And as I complete my Eve walk and you complete your Adam walk, we will align. What I found and what I learned and what I was praying for on this morning was gratitude and realization that I hadn't completed my Eve walk when I came across this Adam. If he was my Adam, I don't believe that he was. He was my husband, but I don't believe that he was my Adam, that he was my energetic match. No. Not truly, not for my highest good, not my highest self. Right. There was an organic view that the whole world order was related in a dynamic sense. Tampering with one part was believed to affect the whole. All parts had to be in rhythm and in harmony with one another, leading to a sense of connection to the cosmos. In time, in traditional African culture has been viewed as a central phenomenon. The worldview has had a spiritual base. It says religious, but my spirit is making me say spiritual base. Has emphasized an external locus of control and the need for humans to temporarily harmonize themselves with the forces of control and the forces around them. Time has been used in establishing a complexity of balanced relationships. One, time is used to establish a relationship with the Supreme Being, our God, our source, the Logos, the one that called all, the Grand Creator, the Grand Gardener, who will come back and harvest the field, the wheat field, that which is called for good bread, yeah. Two, time is used to establish a relationship of continuity between the present and past generations. Present and past generations. Three, time is used to establish a relationship with nature and the forces of one's environment. And four, time is used to create group harmony and participation among the living. Their position in relation to, oh, sorry, I just jumped to the other page. I just had to go there because it's like, it says unity and interdependence are crucial since an upset of one of these categories upsets the whole order. The Supreme Being, God is believed to be the creator and the sustainer and the ultimate controller of life. God is believed to be the creator, the sustainer, and the ultimate controller of life. I had to read that again because I have been struggling again with this whole concept over the last week. Not struggling, but having it revealed onto me. In scripture, Eve's story was not told. The messenger's mother, Mary's story was not told. Mary Magdalene's gospel given to her by the messenger was not told. Why was their voices in their gospel not told? Genesis 1:26 says, the Supreme Being, our Father, the Creator, the infinite intelligence itself, created us male and female. Yet we are told to submit to our male counterpart. Everything tells us that God itself is the Supreme Being, the controller of life. Why are we being made to submit and place our husbands in the place of God? I believe that our husbands are to have the utmost respect and reverence in their position. Yes, yes, yes. But I do think it is an error to put them in the place of the Most High. And I think that is any man's error to think that they are to sit in the position of the Most High over their wife. Should they protect their wife? Yes. Should they be in provision and do the roles that the Most High tells them to do and act in that fashion? Yes. It is respect. It is pouring into each other. It is performing our tasks and duties. I pour into you and I perform. You pour into me and you perform. It is the sway. It is the flow. It is the yin and the yang. It is the balance. And we travel and we journey together. We just flow. Even if my hands like this is here and this is here, it's still the same. It's yin and yang. We flow together. Spirit says we like this here, we like this here. We are not above each other. We cannot be. The only thing that is above is the Most High. If you leave me, my Adam, I have to learn how to be I have to know. I can't have everything onto my Adam for provision and I know nothing. In reverse, you have a whole masculine femme the same way I have a whole masculine femme. And to be fully developed as a whole, complete person before you come into relationship with your Eve is on to the good, the same as on for me as an Eve to come into fullness and wholeness before I come into relationship with my Adam. Wholeness, completeness. And in tonight, in its revelation, I realized how I have been built to greatness through failure. Well, through faith and continuance, through rejection, through experiencing the worst rejection of my life. I feel so prepared to love and to give and to flourish. Like, I feel like I truly understand. And I feel ready. I'm so excited. And I'm so in love with love. So, I hope you guys are encouraged today. And know that whenever it is time to have the conversation, to reinitiate, to reunite in love, you are welcome. The conversation is welcome. Come on in. Come on in. We can chop it up. We ain't gonna do nothing but sit and talk for a spell. Break some of this stuff up. We can get some of this out. Yeah, because Spirit said it's time to do this. It's time. It's a time to give rather than to take. Because we got to get back to here. Balance. Because out of that balance, we'll be able to do this. Imagine. Abundance. Liberation. Liberation from what, Marie? Grief. Liberation from the grief. How are you being called to step up and lead? I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you just like I love me. Okay? If you like this vibe, if you like it, if you like the vibe, subscribe. Hit that little notification bell too, So the next time we do an episode here on the Tears and Wheat Tarot Show, you will get a notification, okay? Yeah. Until the next now, Ashe.